Hello world, and welcome back to Kill or Love. So I'm assuming this isn't the type of game, I'm hoping it's not, but just to make sure, I'm gonna delete this video if it is. It makes me happy though, to see you like this again. After how you acted before your accident, I thought. Never mind. Without warning, she leans in even closer. I feel her hot breath on my cheek. But since you're so eager, Jack, I promise that after you are released, I'll give you the time of your life. I'll make you finally forget all about Grace. Her words are like a slap in the face. I can only stare back. So you still care about her? I don't like that. Someone like you and someone like her? You never should have been together in the first place. Please, think only of me. After all, we were made for each other. If I promise I'll be with you, always, will you leave Grace out of this? No, that's no good. I can't do that. Just your asking that, it shows you're still thinking about her. She hasn't got anything to do with this, with what you did to me, and what I'll do to you. So leave her out of it. Are you holding her somewhere? At least that girl's good for one thing. Thanks to her, you've been a good boy, even though you're still so confused. Anna, please. I'm close to crying. I want to tear my hair out. Anna smiles again. Fine, sweetie. I'll promise. I won't hurt her. As long as you do one thing for me. Do you know what that is? I do. Of course I do. It's something she's been telling me to do for ages since before I got here. She's like a broken record. You want me to remember everything? Yep. Oh, I can't wait. When you do that, everything will be perfect. We'll be together again, forever. So promise you'll remember? I'll promise. I'll try. No, that's not good enough. You promised you'd try before, and look at where that got us. Tell me you'll do it. I promise. I'll recall it all. Good. We'll work on that when you get out of here, but if your memory comes back to you before then, tell me before you tell anyone else, okay? Bye-bye for now. She wheels out the cart, glancing back one last time with that eerie look of hers. I can't tell her I already remember. I've known since before my injury. I've known that when we were both still children, No, I can't tell her. If I do that, she wins, and Grace dies. And maybe I die too. I can't win by playing along with Anna's delusions. Chapter 2, What Jack Lost. Everything. August 7th. I can't just sit here waiting. I've got to wait, and I will, but I feel like I can't wait either. What? I'm doing nothing, and it's eating me up. If a stomach is empty long enough, it starts eating itself. Do you know that? I know that. If I don't do something right now, I'm afraid I might go crazy. Why are you not eating anything? Are you afraid she put something in it? I'm going to write down everything that happened. Maybe that'll help me make sense of things. Right now, my thoughts are buzzing together in my mind like flies around a turd. I want my mind to be clear. To do what I'm going to do, and to do it properly, my mind needs to be clear. Unclouded. This notebook is small, but I think I've got enough space to write everything down. It's not a long story, so here it goes. Everything. Oh, now we finally get to find out what's going on. It's the Ramen Shop. I met her again after so many years in the store where I worked. Grace wasn't there at the time. It wasn't a coincidence that Anna visited the store when she did. It couldn't have been. She must have been following me. The first time she came in, I was at the cash register. She walked straight up to me, cutting in line. An old woman was busy. What? Dang it. Anna stood there a while staring at me. Then she said, No, I can't do this. I can't start here. I can't do it. There's already too much of that woman in my life. I've got to start with someone else. someone I miss, Grace. Grace was a girl who worked at the same store I worked at. She was and is still a kind, sweet girl. She's a little quiet, but that's perfectly fine. I hated her. I hated most people and most things. I was a real asshole. I didn't spend time with other people. Whenever a coworker invited me somewhere, I'd turn them down. I didn't chat with anyone during breaks either. It was just how I was, how I'd always been. I avoided Grace too, of course. She tried to talk to me a few times, but then I started avoiding her even more. I only took shifts I thought she wouldn't take. The time we still ended up working together, I stayed as far away from her as I could. It worked for a while. Then came the day we talked, really talked for the first time. I was restocking the shelves alongside an old, greasy, long-haired man when Grace came along. I didn't even look at her. I looked at the greasy, old-haired man. Instead, I became very interested in stacking cans of food onto the lower shelves. I waited for her to leave. Well, that's cool. It's taking the perspective. Don, you can switch with me, all right? You can go help Susie. I already did the bottom shelves there. Don, the old man, thanked her and left. And Grace started to work next to me. A minute went by. I found that I couldn't work in peace. Just her being there made me upset. I had to say something. I'm fine on my own. If you want to take a break or something, you can. I'm fine on my own. Oh no, I don't mind doing this. I see. Can't she take a hint? I thought then. It's his back, you know? What? Don's back hurts a lot, so I asked him to switch. Oh, I see. He has trouble with the lower shelves, so I get it. I didn't do it to bother you, I swear. I said I get it. Okay. We went on restocking in silence for about another minute. I know you don't like me very much, so I thought you might think I was bothering you on purpose. So I'm sorry. I sighed. Who says I don't like you? Huh? Don't you? You're always avoiding me. Yeah, don't take that personally. That's just how I am. I don't care about other people. If I could go back in time and punch myself in the mouth, I would. So you like me? What? No, I didn't say that. Get a clue. Haha, just kidding. We didn't talk for the rest of the day, so I thought that was that. She'll never leave me alone, I thought. Now that she knows I prefer it that way. But she didn't. I've always thanked my lucky stars that she didn't leave me alone after that. Maybe she should have, though, for her own sake. I hope she can forgive me. And that's when the other chick got jealous. Writing about the past has been a good idea. Right now it doesn't even bother me where I am, who I'm with, and thinking of Grace, remembering the way she smiled, it's giving me courage. She got hurt because of me, so I will do anything to make her happy and safe. The weather was nice out today. The sky was blue. There is a tiny window on the wall to my left. I can look through it if I twist my head around. That small patch of the sky is the only beautiful thing around here. That and my memories of her. Hi, Jack. Hi. A beautiful morning, isn't it? Let's give it our all today, okay? Okay, now I'm giving her the same okay that the other girl uses. Yep, let's do that. Your uniform is kind of all wrinkly, isn't it? Oh, yeah, it is. I haven't got an iron, so... Geez, you're really hopeless, aren't you? I wouldn't go that far. I could iron your clothes for you, if you said pretty please. August 8th. After that one time, Grace started coming up to me more and more and talking to me more and more. It was a gradual thing, just hello and goodbye and how are you doing at first. Eventually they grew into full conversations. Well, I would say full conversations. They were still pretty bare bones. I noticed how friendly she was being, of course, but I didn't push her away. I couldn't tell her I didn't do that. I surprised myself every day by not telling her to screw off. Hey, Jack, there's this barge down the road. I hear it's a good place to go. So how about we go there after work today? To relax? And when she asked me out for drinks, I surprised myself further by saying, sure. The goose. Or duck. How do you like it here? Isn't it nice? It's alright, I guess. I don't really know, honestly. I don't go to places like this. Oh, well, I don't either. Not a lot. But I thought it would be fun, you know? She's saying you know too. Uh-oh. Grace ordered Jack a Coke. I didn't know what to get, so I asked for one too. Our drinks came quickly. They were cool and pleasantly sweet, but I couldn't enjoy mine. I was in a bad mood. The waitress had giggled while taking my order, and I took it as an insult, or it was something else. Just as dumb. I can't remember exactly. Ah, feels good to relax after a long day of work, doesn't it? I grumbled. What is it, Jack? Nothing. I sipped my drink. Something bothering you, isn't it? I said it's nothing. I'm just not cut out for this stuff. Oh, I'm sorry. You don't have to drink if you don't want to. I don't mean that. I mean all this. I gestured at everything around us. Doing things with people? Huh? Why? You wouldn't get it. Even if I explained, we're just too different. I've had it rough in life. Really? I'm sorry to hear that, but that doesn't mean you can't enjoy yourself now. Well, it would be a shame not to do fun things just because of that. No, what I'm saying is I'm just not fun for me. I don't like this. How can you say that? We've barely been here for 10 minutes. I just know. She didn't seem happy after I said that. So, you want to leave? I hadn't actually thought about leaving. I just complained to complain. Well, you can't leave. Not yet. Oh, yeah? Yes. If you keep going on like this, you're never gonna have any fun in life. So promise me you'll at least give being with me a chance. You want me to stay here longer? Yes. At least another hour. A whole hour? Please? Fine, I can do an hour. Thank you. You won't regret it? Yeah, sure. It seemed like such a long time. There was a clock on the wall opposite of me. I was going to stare at it for the whole hours, counting down the minutes. Then, when the hour passed, I would get up and leave. Simple as that. But then something happened. Grace was having trouble. I had never seen her so awkward. She was stammering, struggling to find stuff to talk about. I realized it was because I was just sitting there barely saying anything. I was acting all grumpy too. That couldn't have helped. Back in the store with so many distractions around us, it had been easy for her to chat with me every so often. A few words here and there. I hadn't noticed too much back then besides nod. Besides nod? Sitting down, talking face to face, it simply couldn't work like that. After more than a few failed attempts to get the ball rolling, Grace gave up. She sat there looking at her drink instead of at me. She was most likely working up the courage to end this early. In just a few minutes, I'd be free to leave. I found I couldn't stand that, so I started talking. I said the first thing that came to mind, no matter how stupid. I don't know why I did it. It feels so unlike me, both feeling bad for someone and talking with no filter, or unlike the past me. Maybe I was finally warming up to Grace, or maybe it was the alcohol. I don't know. Maybe it was both. The reason it doesn't matter. What matters is that it happened. Back then there was a part of me that never relaxed, no matter what. No, it wasn't even a part of me. Pretty much all of me was like that. Like a fist that wouldn't unclench. But now I found I could relax a little by little by little. And before I knew it, I really was having fun in this girl's presence. Talking to her, laughing with her, simply spending time with her. What did we talk about? I don't even remember. What I do remember is that I had more fun than I had had in years. When the hour passed, I didn't say anything. We stayed there for hours longer. I do remember one thing we talked about, actually. We somehow got on the topic of family. What is your family like, Jack? Oh, I can't say. Oh, I see. You don't have to talk about it if you don't want to. I'm sorry I asked. I'm kind of not used to speaking. I'm kind of not on speaking terms with my family either. Why is that? That's, actually, I don't really talk with other people that much, or hang out with them. Well, outside of work, yeah, anyway. I'm kind of alone a lot of the time. What, really? Yeah, this surprised me. I was surprised a lot back then. I never thought Grace was anything like me. But you're so friendly with the people at the store. That's all it is. It's not that I wouldn't like to spend more time with them, but I don't know how it feels if I let them in. They're going to turn out not nice. But you're different. You're just trying to get by. I don't think you'd use someone. God, when I say it like that, it doesn't sound right at all. You must think I'm really weird. I'm sorry. No, I don't think you are. It makes sense what you said. Really? Thank you, Jack. I really, really hope you understand, and I'm so happy that you do. I really feel like you're someone I can trust. We went for drinks again next week, and then once more the week after. The week after that, we had dinner together at a greasy little restaurant where we could afford to eat. I tried to impress her by ordering wine. I'd never had wine before. It was disgusting, but I'd guessed it would be disgusting, so I forced my way through a glass anyway. I even said it was delicious. Then Grace tried some, told me it was spoiled. She teased the hell out of me for it after that. I wasn't bitter about it, so I laughed along. Strange how quickly people can change sometimes. Soon we started going out more often to bars, cheap restaurants, places like that. We took a lot of walks together too, and one time we even went to the movies. After about a month of this, I asked Grace if she would be my girlfriend. What? I'm not your girlfriend already? Oh, and that's how it went. August 9th. Well, thank you for watching, and we'll meet again in the next contingency.